Continuing with our tower of thirds, if we add another third on top of a triad, we get the seventh chord. There's even more color in them. The luminous openness of three major thirds, or the heavy unease if you combine a minor, a major and a minor. But two of the seventh chords are of special interest. One is made from a major and two minor thirds, and is one of the most frequently encountered chords just before the very end of a piece, leading very naturally into the equivalent of a musical full stop. The second is the so-called double diminished, made from three minor thirds. It was especially popular with virtuosos of the Romantic era, as chains of these chords could easily be run up and down the keyboard in a flashy show of technique, with both hands if needed. If we climb even higher, ninth chords are much less frequent than seventh or triads. There are very many variants, but not many that sound great. Here's an example from the string quartet by Ravel, who begins the chord with its upper notes, only later adding the bass. Creating a strong feeling of yearning and nostalgia. The 11th, adding yet another layer, is much rarer. A beautiful example of it occurs in Grieg's piano concerto, in the middle of the last movement, where a long section is brought to a close with a phrase that's repeated twice. That was just the ninth chord. But the second time it comes, Grieg adds a third on top, the 11th, and we get this memorable multi-layered sound. The 13th, as far as I'm aware, occurs only in one variety. And only in one function, as a colorful chord just before the very end of a piece, replacing the more common 7th. Very tense, fortunately or unfortunately. The 15th is exactly 2 octaves, bringing us back to where we started. So that's it, one tiny interval giving us a huge amount of musical building material.